other side. I turn my body, I step one leg forward, one leg back. So go ahead and do that. So there's ways I want you to just be comfortable working on the mat. So here we're all facing one another, and then you turn, and now the opposite leg. Take the left leg forward and the right leg backward. And find out, what does it feel like to have your hands on your hips here? And from your hips, can you inhale and stretch upward all the way up the sides of your body toward your armpit and roll the shoulders back? So you get that full length. Now exhale and bend forward. So you're looking forward, your trunk is going forward, and then come back up. Okay, and once again, exhale and bend forward. Look forward, lift your shoulders up, lift your elbows up, and come back up. Keeping your legs straight for this. Pull the knees and thighs up. Exhale, last one. Go forward, forward, forward. And now reach the arms as if you were stretching your arms from your back. Touch the floor. Bring your hands to your hips and come back up. Now turn your feet so your toes are angular. They're on an angle, but it helps you come out of that more easily. And then you can step your legs back together. Great. Now widen your legs apart again. And for this widening, you can do your step, step. You can do your open, open. Get everything open. And you're going to do the same thing, that forward bend in this position. So bring your hands to your hips. And then lift the chest up. Make the sides longer. Bend at the top of your legs. And then come up. So when I say bend at the top of your legs, right where the hips are, that's how the legs bend. So the buttock swings a little back and the trunk goes forward. And then come up. And now on this next one, bend. And then reach down and see if you can touch the floor here. With the legs wider, sometimes we're more successful on getting our hands to the floor. Once your hands touch, press your feet down and pull your knees and thighs up so you keep the legs firm. Now, if you feel confident here, then you lift up your hands to your hips and you come up. Otherwise, you can bend your knees, bring your feet a little closer, and then come back up. So that moving of the feet in and out may need to happen in many different poses in order to feel stable. Okay, step your legs together. Tadasana. Very good. Now come onto the floor. So everyone's going to sit on the floor, and you can sit with your feet extended forward. Now, if for some reason, again, coming to the floor is difficult, this is where we could bring back the chair. And I could sit on the edge of the chair, right, and extend my legs forward like this. So if coming to the floor and sitting all the way down is hard, you can widen your legs, and you can be in this position on a chair, on a couch, on a piece of furniture that elevates your hips, but allows you to be upright in your back. For everyone else, you're seated on the floor. Go ahead and take your hands down, step your feet wide apart, at least the width of your mat. And use your hands to just loosen the back of the legs so that if those muscles are kind of gripped or tight, you just kind of loosen up. And again, anytime we widen the feet, we liberate the hips a little bit. We give them a little bit more room. Stretch your arms up. Pull yourself upward, elongate, and then bend at the legs. So again, where you're bending is right where your hands were. So you bend forward, you look forward, you pull your arms forward, and then lower them onto the leg somewhere. Maybe you catch your toes, maybe you hold your ankles, but hold somewhere. Good. And then inhale and lift the chest up. And then slide the hands back. So the hands are alongside the hips, but they're on the floor. Okay, we'll do this one more time. So you're going to press down with your fingers now and press down with your legs. So pressing down means if the legs have a tendency to kind of pop up behind the knees, I want to press down with the hands and press forward with the heels so that the legs go down. Okay, and then you're going to lift your arms up, reach up. Your hands can be a little wider. You need to. Here at the legs, so you're bending at this hinge, pull forward, and then see where your hands end up, on your ankles, on your shins, on your feet, and wherever they are, hold well. So give it a good grip with your hand, and then inhale to lift your chest up. Feel your back getting taller. And then slide your hands back. Good. And now for the last one, what I want you to see here is we started with the legs wide. Can you bring the feet closer together? So now in the seated position, your feet are together, your calves are together, your hips are together, your hands are behind here. Okay, one more. Arms up. This can be a little more challenging with the legs together. So get a lot of height. Go up, become as tall as you can, and then look forward and reach forward and pull your arms forward. Again, the hands can go wider, pull forward, and then touch. Can you touch your toes? Can you touch your feet? Are you holding your ankles? Inhale, lift your head, lift your eyes. Take a deep breath here. Good. And exhale, release the hands back. And now bend your legs. So some of you didn't necessarily start on the floor, but maybe you met us on the floor, and see if you can cross your legs. So when you cross your legs, you can bring your right foot under and use your other hand to help underneath the thigh, the left thigh. And then you can bend your other leg and grab the foot and just cross your shins. So your feet are under your knees. So look how I'm holding my feet, and I'm just flapping the knees a little bit. The knees can go up and down, and then bring your hands to the sides, roll the shoulders back, and then extend the legs one by one again, and you're going to change that cross. So now bring the other leg in first and hold the foot and cross. And again, you want to see that this motion of the knees being able to go up and down is good for the hips. Then when we want to stay, then we want to let the knees and thighs gravitate downward. Bring your hands behind. See if you can get your trunk a little taller and roll your shoulders back here. Good. And then release the legs. Okay. Now we're going to rest on our back. And if you have a chair, if you used a chair, sometimes it's nice just to rest, particularly when we've done a lot of leg work like we did today. It's nice to rest your legs upward. So I'm going to show, I'm putting a blanket on the chair seat just because the metal of the chair seat can be cold. But if that's not an issue for you, then you can just have your legs up. Now watch, I have to get a little closer to the chair. If you have an ottoman, you can use an ottoman, you can use a stool, or you can just lie on your back today, and maybe your bolster goes under your knees, or a blanket goes under your knees, and you roll onto your back so that you can rest the back of your knee. The back of your knee is coming right to the edge of that chair, and the other knee is coming to the edge. I'm going to get myself a little closer. And now in this position, you know, it's similar to when I was sitting. I said to you at the beginning that I wanted my thighs parallel to the floor in sitting. Now, if you see here, with the legs up, my thighs are perpendicular to the floor, right? And the leg bones can relax downward into the pelvis. And that is very, it's a very good position for the lower back. When there's tension in the lower back or discomfort in the nerves of the legs, this is a very beneficial pose. And then go ahead and extend your arms out to the side. So find that place where they're not totally tucked into the side of your hips, but also not as wide as they were when we were doing standing poses. There's a place right in the middle. It's about a 45-degree angle from the sides of your body. And turn your palm upward so that the palm and the wrist are facing up. The shoulders can release down. See that your head is in the center, that you don't let the head fall or turn to one side. Exhale your breath, releasing, letting your whole body now in the back of your body gravitate, release, relax downwards. It may take a little time before your breath becomes calmer or quieter. But go ahead and look for that quietness. Go ahead and feel what it's like when little by little the body starts to rest. What it feels like not do after we were doing a lot.